and good morning. Well, it's a beautiful day here in North Carolina, and it is time to decorate our house. So I wanted to bring you along with me as we get our house decorated because we have some beautiful decorations to go on the outside. Now, it is super windy today, so we are going to have to work to see how everything goes with the audio. If it turns out super bad audio, then we may have to do a little music over it, but I can't wait for you to join me and wait till the end, and I'll show you how everything is going to look because it is going to be so beautiful. All right, guys, let's get decorating. So I have a lot of beautiful things to work with. We've got some wreaths, and we've got some garland, and we've got a little monkey, but we are going to get all of these up. So I think what I want to do first is I want to tackle getting the wreaths put up on the outside of the house. Now we have different sizes, so I'm going to have to lay these out because I can't remember which one goes on which window. So we'll get those laid out here in the yard, and then we'll get our wreaths put on the house. Okay, so we're going to need to have a bigger wreath to go here in between those two windows, a little smaller to go on this one, and then we're going to do one in between those windows and those windows over there, which we're still missing a screen on that one. And then also this window over here. So we're going to use a little bit smaller one on that one. So that kind of gives me a little bit of an inventory of what we need. And here are our wreaths over here. And this is the one we're going to use for our front door this year. This one's really pretty. That's going to be our front door wreath. And then over here, we'll get these kind of laid out according to size so we can get them in the right position. They're not all exactly the same size, but I feel like these three are about the same size. These two a little bit larger, and this one's a little bit smaller. And now I'm noticing this one has really changed in colors. I know it's kind of hard to see it on the camera, but you can see this one has turned more blue, I guess because of all the sun, because these were from the same batch of wreaths. So let's get these hung up. The wreaths on the front of the house are all up and they look so pretty. So now let's tackle the garland around the door. I think the first thing I need to do before we put our garland up is I need to clean really quick and just give everything a nice little fresh wipe down, and I think everything will just pop once it's all clean. Okay, let me bring you guys up here with me. So this is what I just cleaned, and this is what I have to clean. I know I love a good before and after, so I want to get you up here so you could see what I was looking at. But this stuff is like plastic up here, and this is wood. So if you know of a way to get this off, it's coming off a little bit with a dry erase marker, but as you can see over this way, still looking pretty grimy. So if you have any suggestions, please put them down in the comments, but I'm going to finish cleaning up this side and then we'll be ready to hang our garland. That is nasty. it looks so much better, and just knowing that everything's been cleaned off looks so good. I think what I may do is try some bleach, but I will do that once I take down our decorations, and I'll put on some old clothes and make sure it's not a windy day. But I've got some cleaner that I can use with some bleach in it, and I think that may get off that kind of like mildew stain on it. Okay guys, so let's get started with our garland. So this garland comes in 3 different pieces, and this is the top piece, and I've already have my brackets on the window. So I'm just going to hang up this middle section with a little piece of picture frame wire. And then I have another hook over here and one over here. And if you guys are hanging garland on a ladder like I am by yourself, just be careful and watch your footing. Watch where you're going. Just take it slow and easy. So each of these tails has this little hook that connects to the other one with this little hook. We're just going to connect these together. And that adds a lot of extra weight. So I may have to tighten up my picture frame wire a little bit. Let me take you up here with me so you can kind of see what we have going on. So we have these little hooks here that I got off of Amazon, and then I have just some picture frame wire connected to my garland here. And then as you go down through here, we have these little connectors here. So this here connects to that here. So it does add a lot of weight. So when you do garlands like this that are really big and heavy, you want to make sure that they're very secure. So that one is up. So we have plugs on each side of the door. So we have one here, and then we have one over here. So I think what I'm going to do is start them from over here, and then I'm going to join 2 strands together, and we'll go up and over all the garland, and then we'll get our bows on. Always like to check to make sure they work first. Have you guys done that where you put them on and they don't work? I'm sure you have. And they are all working. Yay! Okay, so our lights are all up on our garland. Now what I think I'm going to do is to add 3 bows here, here, and here, and we'll see what that looks like. So I'm just using some paddle wire to hang these up, and this paddle wire is very, very long, so I'm going to kind of work it down into a little smaller piece. Okay guys, isn't that beautiful? So I used to have velvet ribbon on these, and then the velvet faded over time, and then I got this ribbon, and it has the prettiest little shine in the sun. It also has the wire so you can bend it and flex it how you need to, and usually it's pretty easy to find at like Hobby Lobby each year or Michael's. And so if I need to replace some, then I can just go pick up some from there and whip up a couple of bows Okay, so this is what it looks like when I don't have it zoomed out. Very pretty. Okay, so now let's start on our banisters. We're gonna go super simple on the banister, and I have this really pretty garland, and it has pine cones, and it has some berries, and a little bit different color of the greenery here. But we're just gonna run this just kind of straight across the banister, and we're gonna add some lights to it. So I will have to take down my little fall arrangements, and we'll find those another little home temporarily. Okay, so we got this side up, and it is looking beautiful. So I'm going to add this triple light strand to the little garland here. And this one I got from Lowe's last year. And I love it because it just makes it so much more sparkly with the 3 lights all together. So this is going to be super pretty right here on the front. And I'm just kind of attaching it to the little pieces of the garland, and then just kind of wrapping it around. So it's super simple. Okay guys, so it looks super full over here, but they're so pretty. I just can't toss these kale. They're just so gorgeous. So we're just going to enjoy them here. When we sit out here in the sun, we can just look at our big beautiful kale that look like big old basketballs. So this is the aftermath over all of our decorating. So now we get to clean everything up, and then we'll do the final reveal. While we're getting the porch cleaned up, I wanted to clean up these little coasters that I have my ferns on, and they have been awesome. But the nastiness that's came out of that pot, I don't know what that is. Have y'all ever had that happen before? Like this crusty? I have some, you know, minerals that come out, but it's a lot. So I'm gonna get these cleaned up and get these back underneath our ferns. So I'm not gonna lie guys, it's pretty satisfying. It's like cleaning teeth. So oh, that one, my hose was like the pressure washer, and here's my scalers. And that's exactly what this feels like. It feels like calcium buildup, like you would get on your teeth. So I guess it came from the minerals from the dirt and the fertilizer. And it looks so pretty. So I always look forward to this every year of getting our house decorated, and I love this house because I love the front porch. I think it just makes such an easy place to decorate for Christmas. And then of course I will take you tonight and show you what it looks like all lit up, but I think it is so adorable. We even have little candles in the windows up there, and it just looks so stinking cute, guys. Let's go up on the porch and take a little closer look. Okay, so going up here, Our wreaths are so pretty. And this little window here, it is so adorable. So this little top part here is actually broken on one of the other windows. So we need to have that remade. But isn't that adorable with a little window box? And then going around here to the front, we have our beautiful garland that's all lit up. And our ferns are just still rocking it, even in December. The garland is beautiful. That's the nice thing about living in the South. We still have these warm, beautiful days. Usually doesn't get really cold until January or February. Then we have our little Santa Claus pillows. So cute. Just moved around our fall arrangements. And our autumn joy sedum is still doing really pretty. Look at that. So pretty. And we got our wreath up there. I can see, I don't know if you guys can see the little twinkling of the lights in Hardy's office. And look at this little window. Oh my goodness. So this is the part I was talking about up there that needs to be remade. But isn't that adorable? It is so pretty. I'm trying to find a spot that's not super sunny on the south side of our house. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope this gave you a little inspiration if you are getting ready to decorate your house for Christmas. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. And I hope you have a chance to get in your gardens today. Bye, friends.
For Christmas.
Isn't it pretty?
It finally feels like Christmas with the lights up
goodness.
outside.
It's so pretty.
Oh, wow. Oh, I love it so much. Thank you for decorating. I wasn't expecting this.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow. This is so exciting.
I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. Merry Christmas.